Welcome, Fox. So now we are starting off with chapter 12, and we had discussed a lot of things about we had discussed about how Mauryan Empire get influenced, like how it gets started, and all about 16 Mahajanpadas, and along with that, definitely more about Magad Empire or Magad Janpad. So now we are going to start off in this particular chapter. We are going to discuss about how outsiders or outside invasions had affected India and how things had moved on in that point of view, like how invaders came over there in India. So let's get started and discuss more about it. So, guys, what's the name of this 12th chapter? That is Iranian and Macedonian invasion. So, basically, for instance, if you see the map of India, for like not consider it to be the map like we have right now, but if we consider it from the perspective of ancient India, then the northwestern side of the map itself shows the Iranian or Persian empire. So basically, what happened was, like, because of India's wealth and all, the Persians invaded India, and to their amaze, when they invaded India, and afterward they saw that they were able to generate huge of money out of Indian territory, northwestern territory. So they understood that what if we can conquer the whole of India, and we will become so much powerful and so much money influential. So that's how all the things get started, and people were more inclined toward coming to India, and we had like lot of influences of Iranian culture in our culture, in Indian culture. So all these come into play because of the invasions that came from Iranian empire to India. So that's how things get tricky, because when they were able to analyze and understand the India's wealth, so they were more like in the past itself, whenever we see people, they came to, for example, Britishers, they came to India because of our wealth, and they robbed us like anything, right? So basically that's the reason, like hota hai na ki when you have a lot of things with you, then people will be like attracted toward you. In the same way, India was having a lot of wealth, because of which people are attracted toward India, and they want to exploit India and gain wealth out of it. So that's how invasion started in India. So during the first half of 6th century BC, several small principalities such as Kamboj, Gandhars, and Madras fought one another. Please firstly understand, I agree that invaders came to India, but why they came to India? Because at the northwestern side of India, the people, the kings, they were more inclined toward fighting each other. So political situations were not that much stable. So that's why people, like the invaders, when they came to India, it was very easy for them to just invade and get into the Indian territory. So that's how things turned out to be. So firstly, let's discuss about Arcanian. So basically, Arcanian empire was more about the Persian empire. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm again and again using empower, because empowerment is something that is so imbibed in me that instead of empire, I always say empower. So Arcanian rulers of Iran took advantage of political disunity on northwestern frontier. जो northwestern frontier था उस पे they used the discontinuity, and they found the situation to be very adequate to just invade India, and they just went on to India. And Iranian rulers, Darius penetrated into northwest India in 516 BC. Now please map all the things with the topics, or with the subjects, or with the religious philosophy, all those things that we had discussed earlier. It will become more easy for you. For example, when we are talking about 6th century BC, so we all do know Mahajanpads also get into the force, like more into prominence during the 6th century BC, and during the 5th century BC they were like compiled into 4th Mahajanpads. And we are also now talking about Darius Jotha. He came to India, penetrated into India in 516 BC. So all the timings are correlated and like overlapping, so we have to remember like that. And when he came to India, he annexed Punjab, west of Indus and Sindh. And Punjab was not the Punjab that we do have right now. Punjab had huge territory, right? So wo sara Punjab he invaded. And when then Xerxes, the successor of Darius, he employed Indians in long war against Greeks. So basically, they like try to understand the situation in which all those things are happening, that why they invaded India itself. Because like for example, all those people who wanted to invade China, but at that point of time, like wall of China was made and all, so they were not able to go to China. And Tibet mein they were not inclined to come. Then what was the next possible place to just come in? That was India. So they were more inclined toward getting into India. All those things that happened, and because of their invasion, everything in India changed. And somehow, for example, Xerxes, they used Indians for the long wars against Greeks. So what happened because of that? We got to know more about Greeks. We got to know more about other stuff. So basically, intermingling all those things get started right over there. So what was the result? Because throughout all those things, Indo-Iranian contact lasted for about 200 years. Iranian brought Kharoshti script written right to left. जो Kharoshti script है, we all do know ना कि some of the inscriptions of Ashoka, they got inscribed in the Kharoshti script that came from Iran. So some Ashokan inscription in northwest India were written in 3rd century BC in this script. And one more thing, that inscription and all those things, the idea of that came to Ashoka from Iranian people. Like they did all those things. Because of that, Ashoka also got idea to just go for inscription and all. So he went on to do that. Iranians win in northwest point to trade with Iran. Basically, they wanted to trade with India. So all those ties, like northwest penetration, they helped them to just establish the trade routes and to like work as a trade. So Iranian influence preamble of Ashoka's edict. So all those edicts that Ashoka had made, he got some influence from the Iranian people. Even the like, because we are the timing at which Iranians are like in penetrating into India, it coincided with the Mauryan empires. So because of that, we got to know about the like, we can see the influence of Iranian art on the art of Mauryan empire. So because anyhow now, whenever we are interacting with somebody, we are getting their energy, we are getting their influences and all ना, तो वही चीजें हमें उनके आर्टवर्क में भी दिखती हैं. So that were the results that came out. और जो हम लोग बार बार में बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग में इन द इनिशियल फेज इटसेल्फ वी हैड डिस्कस्ड हाउ द डीएनए ऑफ द people that are living in northern area, it's very much different from others because of that intermingling and all. So all those things impacted. So because of all those things ना, जो भी अभी तक चल रहा है, because of that, like as I told ना कि they were more inclined toward understanding कि अगर हमें इतने नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न एरिया से इतना सब कुछ मिल सकता है, we are getting huge amount of money, huge amount of taxes out of it. So what can happen if we conquer throughout the India? Hello guys, I hope you are enjoying the session, but this is a quick pause. Over here, I want you to understand the importance of backup plan. I do know that you are putting your 100%, but still it's always advisable to have backup plan where you can monetize the skill set that you are gathering throughout this UPSC preparation. How to do that, how everything will work, I will let you know when you subscribe to my dedicated YouTube channel where I let people know कि कैसे वो जो उनके पास skills है, skill set है, उसको वो monetize कर सकते हैं. And everything is intact with you. आपके पास सारे skill set है, जितनी आप grind में से निकल रहे हो, you do know about lot of things, but the only thing that you do not know right now, तो उसे कैसे monetize कर सकते. So I had shared my lived experience over there on my another YouTube channel that is dedicated to Plan B, or I always call it as a reinvention journey. So just check it out, the link in the description, and subscribe to that YouTube channel right now ताकि आपको वो सारी की सारी जर्नी का पता चल सके, आप मेरे वो lived experiences से benefit उठा सके. So I hope you will do that right now, and now this is the time to get back to the video. So with this mindset, Alexander started invaded India. So basically what happened when Alexander came in 4th century BC, Greeks and Iranian fought for supremacy of world. Alexander conquered Asia Minor and Iraq and Iran and marched to India. Because when Alexander wanted to come to India, so in that scenario, he was required to just pass off to the Persian Empire, that is more about the Iranians, right? So पहले Alexander conquered Persian Empire, and then he moved toward India. And Ambi, when he came to India, he came from Khyber Pass, right? Because we all do know na, udhar that passes had huge point where people can exploit. So he exploited that point, and he entered to India. When he was entering to India, then in the first place after Khyber Pass, he encountered with Ambi, the prince of Taxila. So he encountered with Ambi, और Ambi ने एकदम से बोल दिया कि भाई मुझे पता है तू जीत जाएगा, so let me surrender. So he surrendered. But after that, the next king with whom he had to just discussed, or with whom he had to fight, was Porus. Porus fought very well. Although he was defeated, Porus was defeated, but because of his bravery, Alexander was highly impressed of him, and he put Porus on throne and said कि ठीक है आप ही राज करो, it's okay. So then he moved forward. When his forces come nearby the Byas river, then they surrendered. The Alexander wanted to go or move forward, but his forces were so much tired because of fighting and all from home, like they were feeling homesick. All those things made Alexander to submit his idea of conquering India, and he went back. So that's written over there, I believe. Ambi readily submitted, but Porus put strongest resistance. So, although Alexander defeated him and restored his kingdom to him by getting impressed by bravery and courage of Indian prince, he advanced to Beas river, but army refused to move forward because they were feeling homesick, and because of continuous fighting, they were more into the phase like we want to go back to home. So that was the reason. Although Alexander was moving fast, and the speciality of Alexander is, although like he had conquered each and everything very fast, like we always says na, there are the people who are successful and there are the people who are not successful. Reason or basic difference between both of them is, all those people, those are successful, are those who put their thought process or their idea into execution. All those people who just have ideas and just went on to have more ideas, they will end up doing nothing and willing nothing. So to win everything, we have to execute everything. So Alexander was a person who always want to be just like, who always want to execute things, and he went on to do that, and because of destiny he was able to do things in a better way and very easy way. So that's how things turned out to be Alexander's invasion. But because of Alexander's invasion, he got to know like a lot of land routes were exploited, lot of like river routes they went to know. So all these invasions actually made invasion in future very much easy for people to just be there in India and open new doors of knowing about India in a better way. Hey guys, we are almost there. We are almost there to end this video. So here is a quick reminder. If you had not subscribed to my another YouTube channel, then do that right now and have a credible backup plan ideas that actually work. And I'm with live proof in front of you that these plans had worked. So subscribe to that because I don't want you to end out or miss out on the opportunity that is in front of you. So now let's get back to the video where we will end this topic. But before that, do subscribe to the channel by clicking on the link given in the description below. So that was Alexander's invasion. Now let's move toward effects. Like what were the effects if we talk about effects of these type of invasions? Firstly, first occasion when ancient Europe came into close contact with ancient India. So they understand about the wealth of Indians. They understood about the type of infantry, like how people are fighting, all those things they do know about it. They were able to understand what are the patterns of kings, how they are fighting. So these all informations they get to know while the invasions like Alexander invasion and all those things that happened, right? It opened up distinct route by land and sea, thus increase existing facilities for trade, because we all do know at that point of time, at least, it was all about trade, because people were settled, they were more inclined toward their territory, so they were into the position to just have more sort of money with them, so they want trade to be flourish. So because of these type of invasion, lot of trade type of things do happen, and because of these things, the people, like for example at Harappan time also, people were into trade. We get to know about that thing, but now they were becoming more into the ferocious one. So they were becoming more ferocious, more into active zone to just move forward with enhancing trade, because now they do have some religious things with them also. Like earlier it was said na ki you have to not lend money and all, but now due to the Buddhism, Jainism, traders were also flourishing. They were knowing like, okay, we can move forward, our religion is also making the things educate for us so that we can move forward, we can lend money, we can move toward having more trade and all. So all those things contributed toward increasing the trade ties between people. So people went on to move to have more trade facilities. And how these things happened? Because of these type of invasions. These type of invasions opened up the doors to know more about each other, to know more about the routes through which trade can happen, what can be the requirement, what can be the exploitations that we can take. For example, in the case of Britishers, they do know they can exploit black pepper and all from the south part of India. So that's how things becomes easy for to understand. So everything that happen for the reason. There can be a good reason, there can be bad reason for that, but there is always two sides of each and every coin. So that's how, although these type of invasions had made things a little bit tricky for the northwestern kings and all, because they were not able to always protect their territory, but anyhow they had opened the new doors for the trade, and somehow these things happened just because of invasions. So that was it for this type of invasions and how they had affected. So guys, that was it for this particular video. I hope you get a lot of value out of this video. If you have any doubt, just leave the comment in the comment box below, and don't forget to put up the summary of this particular video in the comment box below so that you understand and analyze things in a better way. So I will see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye guys.